D Slim No G, and stay solid is the movement. Praise be to the Most High. Yeah, we back with another one, man. But no contact means no fucking contact, man. But what is no contact? No contact means cutting off all communications with your ex. Includes direct messages, phone calls, social media, in-person encounters, any of that. Hooking up, like any of that, man. Baby mama, baby daddy. If it ain't about just straight the kids, it ain't about nothing, man. And no contact is very, very important. No contact is for you, not for the narcissist, not for the toxic person. No contact is for you. No contact is for you, man, for you to get your mind back right, for you start healing again. And the only way you're going to heal is to get out from around that toxic individual that you are around, man. The narcissist is like cancer. And, cancer, it'll kill you. It spread to the body and it'll lay dormant and it'll come back. And that's how the narcissist is. They always sitting, lurking, looking around, trying to find a way to come back. So you got to go no contact, man. You got to really block them out your mind. Block them out your mind, man. You got to start back doing the stuff that you was doing before you start dealing with that scheming demon, or you start back doing the stuff that you really love to do. That's what you got to do, man. You got to leave that demon alone and get your mind right. You got to go no contact, man. And, people choose to go no contact so they can heal, so they can be able to move on, so they can avoid to continue being hurt. And people go no contact to help build their respect and their self-esteem back up. Because the narcissist don't came into your life and they don't drain you, man. They don't had your blood pressure running high. They had your anxiety up. You know what I mean? They had you walking on eggshells. These are all the things that they was doing to you. So it's important to go no contact, man, to get your mind back right, to even get your health, to get your body back right. Because you dealing with that demon, with that narcissist, with that toxic person. They like I said, they got you all off. Or maybe you probably ain't sleeping right. You probably ain't eating right. You might be losing weight, or your hair might be falling out. It's certain things that you go through when you're being abused and you being emotionally and mentally stressed out. And that's why you need to go no contact, man, to get your power back over your life, to get control back over your life, so you'll start being you again. You wasn't you when you was with the narcissist. No, you wasn't you anymore. The narcissist had started taking over you. They came and kidnapped you, and you didn't even know it, that they had you hostage, man, playing them crackhead games. So you got to go no contact, and you got to stay no contact. And no contact is not a magical fix, y'all. No contact is not no magical fix that, you're going to go no contact and just overnight your situationship going to be solved or your situation going to be fixed. Nah, that ain't how no contact roll, man. No contact, you got to really stay dedicated and you got to stay committed. Yeah, you got to stay dedicated and you got to stay committed, because no contact is going to be hard for you, yo. And it's going to be a challenge. Being away from somebody that you thought that you was head over heels in love with. Somebody that you might been with for 5 years, 10 years, even a year, even a couple months. Y'all built history. You see your favorite restaurant, you're going to think about them. You hear your favorite song that y'all used to jam to on a Friday night, you're going to think about them. When you get horny, all of the things that you did with that individual, that's going to cross your mind. But that's only natural. But you also got to remember that this person ain't no good for you. You also got to remember that this person came into your life to destroy you. You also got to remember that this person, they had you believing a whole bunch of crackhead lies, and everything that y'all did was based on manipulation. That's why you got to go no contact and stay fucking no contact, yo. Yeah, you ain't losing nothing. You ain't missing out on nothing being with a demon, yo. And listen, ain't no time limit on no contact. Ain't no time limit. Some people gonna heal faster than others, because some of y'all was in different situationships, different circumstances. And don't look at your situation like somebody else's situation. You know what I mean? Don't judge your situation on their situation, man. But the main thing that you gotta do, you gotta stay no contact, yo. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a challenge. But with God, yo, with God Almighty, you can complete this mission. You can complete this mission, man. And this is something that you gotta do, yo. You gotta go no contact, man, so you can get your mind right again. So you can start back living. You know, now you know what you're worth. Now you know your value, yo. You know, see, now you know what you're worth. Now you know your value. You didn't set boundaries. So now you're not going to let people come in your life and play crackhead games with you. You know what it feel like to be in a Splendor blender. You know what it feel like that you can't really see the forest front of trees. Yeah, it's over with, man. R.I.P. to the narcissist. You got to go no contact and you got to stay fucking no contact, yo. That's the only way you're going to really heal, yo. That's the only way you're going to heal. Because other than that, you're going to stay in the Splendor blender. You're going to stay in the cycle of abuse. You're going to stay in the love fog, breaking up, getting back together, breaking up, getting back together. Them breadcrumbing you. You know what I mean? You know, just making you compete for their love. You know what I mean? That ain't love, man. That's manipulation, man. When you have to pull strings and you have to do extra stuff to be in people's life, man, that's not love, man. Love is truth. Love is honesty. That's not love, man. That's narcissism, yo. So you got to remember that, man. You know, on the days when you get lonely, on the days when you get sad, you know, just think of it like you going to a job and you ain't going to get paid. You know, dealing with the narcissist, you ain't going to get paid. You just a help. You just a do boy. You just a worker, yo. Yeah, that's all you is to the scheming demon. That's all you is to the narcissist, man. Cut that demon off, man, and get your mind right, yo. You know, you would do better if you knew better, man. You know, knowledge is power, man. So you just got to remember that, man. You know, just cut that demon off, man. Don't look back. You know, it's going to be hard. There's going to be some challenges, but with God Almighty, man, you could do it. If anybody need coaching sessions, you can get at me at therealdslimnog@gmail.com. You also can contact me on Instagram, dslimnog. And if you want to donate to the channel, you can at Cash App, $DEBOY10. Stay committed, man. Stay dedicated. Stay fucking no contact. Until the next time, stay solid, stay blessed. We out.